Jimmy 2-1 defeat here against Hyde United. Goals where we've could have done better defensively with them. What do you think to today's game?
Very disappointing. I thought for the first 20 minutes we just weren't at the standards we'd set on Tuesday night. They matched us up in the shape and went man for man for us. And we still found spaces, but when we got into the final third, we picked the wrong decisions. And we just, in and out of possession, I just thought we're 15-20% off where we were the other night. So maybe that's one to look at going forward, because obviously we picked the same team for the 2 games. So it's all learning, isn't it? Then we had the sort of break halfway through the half and told them what we thought we needed to do better. And then we came out and conceded a really poor goal a couple of minutes after having a golden opportunity at the other end. It was very much like Ashton, wasn't it, when we missed the penalty and they went straight down the other end and scored. We've put one over at bar and then they've gone down to the other end and scored. So yeah, just moments in games that change the game, don't they? And I just thought we could have been, although we weren't really bad, I thought we could have been a lot better. So yeah, the first half was a bit disappointing. Second half we got back in game early on and then conceded a really poor goal again, as you say. So we need to do better in them moments. And we've made it hard work because you're against an experienced away side that are 2-1 up, slowing things down and managing game like you would expect them to. And we didn't have any answers to come up with it in the end. We had a lot of play, a lot of territory without really creating anything. So yeah, disappointing afternoon. But we know this league's a tough league. We know that there's a lot of points up for grabs early on, and we know that we need to respond quickly. And it gives us an opportunity to do that having a game on Tuesday. So we'll get them ready and we'll go again.
A positive was the return of Charlie Bailey. Missed the final third of last season with his injury, come back today. How important is it to have Charlie back in the fold?
Yeah, it's been a tough one with Charlie because he's been sort of rehabbing all pre-season, and he was only given the green light to play after the final friendly. So we couldn't put him on. He's been training for 3 or 4 weeks. He's got a few sessions under his belt. He's now been at match day squad Tuesday, Saturday. So it's now a case for us to try and build him up. So he's got 15 minutes off the bench today, so that's a start. I don't want to sort of state the obvious, but everybody knows what a good footballer he is. He's a class act. So it's important that we look after him, try and get him back. And it's, as a manager, it's one of those ones where it's really tough because you're almost sort of like wanting to push him into it. But then if he ends up breaking down and we don't do things right, we'll miss him for even longer. So it's a case of just being really patient with him. But it's good to have him back around and in and around squad. And we know that we've got that quality there with him if we need it.
Like you said, it's probably a little bit too early the next game on Tuesday night to have him in from the start. But there's other players who haven't featured today who will be looking to get back in, especially, like you said, after the performance today.
Yeah, I mean, look, we make big decisions every week. We've got a good squad. We've left 2 or 3 out today. And it hasn't worked today, hasn't it? So, it's one of those where we'll go away, we'll look at it, and we try and treat every game on its own as it is anyway. And we don't just think just because we're going to sort of, if we win a game of football, we'll pick the same team. If we don't win a game of football, we'll make changes. We're not rash. We try and look at every game on its own merits. Today we decided to go with same 11. Was that the right or wrong decision? Well, it doesn't appear so, does it? But having said that, all them lads were fantastic on Tuesday night, and it was a different game completely today. So look, we go again. We've got a good squad, and if anybody of them come in or out, I'm pretty sure they'll do us a job because nobody lets us down. And we've got a good group, and the lads who weren't in the squad have showed up today. They've given support with it in the changing room or whatever, and they're a really good group, and it makes it tough making them decisions. But sometimes you get them right, sometimes you get them wrong. We're all human. So listen, we need to just recover the best we can between now and Tuesday, regroup, and make sure we get ready to go and get a result at what will be a really tough place, but a game I'm looking forward to.
Like you say, it's a difficult place to go to. They were promoted as champions, Redcar Athletic, by quite a, I think they were promoted by March, so it's not going to be an easy game. And I'd say on a Tuesday night, long travel as well, it is going to be a challenge.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough game. Yeah, I've been there before in my previous club, so I know what it's like up there. I know they've got a good side. They've got a good mix of youth and experience. So yeah, it'll be tough, but that's the sort of conditions we thrive under. We need to make sure that we're pushed, and yeah, I just thought today we just looked, for some reason we just looked a little bit comfortable, and we don't want that to happen. And when we don't look comfortable, I think we really work our socks off, and we're at it, which we was on Tuesday night. So look, I think this league's really, like as I've said before, it's really tough. Anybody can beat anybody. So I always look at a defeat and think, right, what can we do better? Use it as learning, and we've got to make sure we respond. And if we do that more often than not, then we'll be all right. So yeah, as much as it was disappointing today, we'll take the positives, and we'll move on, and hopefully get the right result on Tuesday.
Thank you very much, Jimmy.
Cheers, David. Thank you.
Lancaster!